You can go ahead, Doctor. Thank you.
Glad to see all of you again. Today, we were expecting Dr. Palmo to tell us about how to maintain good health with Tibetan medical system. Even though I have been reading about various medical systems, I was so surprised that a vast population of Tibetan origin do not use any of our Western medicine, allopathy, Ayurveda, no, not the Chinese traditional medicine, no, not even homeopathy. They have their own medical system for millions of people there. Dr. Palmo lives in Leh, and unfortunately, today their Wi-Fi systems are down or weak, and she could not deliver. Therefore, we rescheduled her for another date. And today I'm going to talk to you about water. I was holding this topic of water almost towards the end because there is no other food item or whatever you need for the body is much more important than water, except air. People can live without food for a number of days, but without water, people cannot live that long, no matter what type of water. So let's get into the water. Let me share my screen. These are the lectures that we are doing, practical nutrition tips for better health. It's presented by doctors, nutritionists, scientists, and dietitians every Monday from 10 to 11. Drinking water comes in different ways, and from the birth onwards, everybody will drink water without an exception. Human being, the man, we are all mostly water. When we are born, much higher, and later we come down to 60 to 55%. What would happen if you don't drink water? That will answer what will happen if you drink water also. Please watch this short video. Is this audible?
No video is coming.
Okay, then I have to reshare. Maybe I made a mistake. When I share. Now, can you hear?
No.
Now?
Yeah, now we can. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Water is virtually everywhere, from soil moisture and ice caps to the cells inside our own bodies. Depending on factors like location, fat index, age, and sex, the average human is between 55 and 60% water. At birth, human
We cannot see video.
75% water. They are
It's only audio.
Fish, but their water.
Is it only audio, Srinivasji, or video?
No, both.
Oh, only audio. We could hear only audio.
Yeah, I'm trying to correct it. I can share the screen, right?
Yes, you can. You are sharing it.
I closed everything and started again. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Then let us see whether you could see the video. Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Can you see the video?
No video. Man is mostly water. Only that screen we are seeing. You want to send me that slideshow?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, doing right now.
Okay.
So that there is, you can actually
sure.
share it from your end. I'm putting that in the chat for you. Please play it.
Yes, can I share it?
Water is virtually everywhere, from soil moisture and ice caps to the cells inside our own bodies. Depending on factors like location, fat index, age, and sex, the average human is between 55 and 60% water. At birth, human babies are even wetter. Being 75% water, they are swimmingly similar to fish. But their water composition drops to 65% by their first birthday. So what role does water play in our bodies? And how much do we actually need to drink to stay healthy? The H2O in our bodies works to cushion and lubricate joints, regulate temperature, and to nourish the brain and spinal cord. Water isn't only in our blood. An adult's brain and heart are almost 3/4 water. That's roughly equivalent to the amount of moisture in a banana. Lungs are more similar to an apple at 83%, and even seemingly dry human bones are 31% water. If we are essentially made of water and surrounded by water, why do we still need to drink so much? Well, each day we lose 2 to 3 liters through our sweat, urine, and bowel movements, and even just from breathing. While these functions are essential to our survival, we need to compensate for the fluid loss. Maintaining a balanced water level is essential to avoid dehydration or overhydration, both of which can have devastating effects on overall health. At first detection of low water levels, sensory receptors in the brain's hypothalamus signal the release of antidiuretic hormone. When it reaches the kidneys, it creates aquaporins, special channels that enable blood to absorb and retain more water, leading to concentrated dark urine. Increased dehydration can cause notable drops in energy, mood, skin moisture, and blood pressure, as well as signs of cognitive impairment. A dehydrated brain works harder to accomplish the same amount as a normal brain, and it even temporarily shrinks because of its lack of water. Overhydration, or hyponatremia, is usually caused by overconsumption of water in a short amount of time. Athletes are often the victims of overhydration because of complications in regulating water levels in extreme physical conditions. Whereas the dehydrated brain amps up the production of antidiuretic hormone, the overhydrated brain slows or even stops releasing it into the blood. Sodium electrolytes in the body become diluted, causing cells to swell. In severe cases, the kidneys can't keep up with the resulting volumes of dilute urine. Water intoxication then occurs, possibly causing headache, vomiting, and in rare instances, seizures or death. But that's a pretty extreme situation. On a normal day-to-day basis, maintaining a well-hydrated system is easy to manage for those of us fortunate enough to have access to clean drinking water. For a long time, conventional wisdom said that we should drink 8 glasses a day. That estimate has since been fine-tuned. Now, the consensus is that the amount of water we need to imbibe depends largely on our weight and environment. The recommended daily intake varies from between 2.5 to 3.7 liters of water for men and about 2 to 2.7 liters for women, a range that is pushed up or down if we are healthy, active, old, or overheating. While water is the healthiest hydrator, other beverages, even those with caffeine like coffee or tea, replenish fluids as well. And water within food makes up about a fifth of our daily H2O intake. Fruits and vegetables like strawberries, cucumbers, and even broccoli are over 90% water and can supplement liquid intake while providing valuable nutrients and fiber. Drinking well might also have various long-term benefits. Studies have shown that optimal hydration can lower the chance of stroke, help manage diabetes, and potentially reduce the risk of certain types of cancer. No matter what, getting the right amount of liquid makes a world of difference in how you'll feel, think, and function day to day.
You can stop. You can stop and I can continue.
Yeah, I thought it's advertisement.
Yeah. Now, all of you have seen Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen, but it's not a slideshow, just it's with the PowerPoint.
Yeah, okay. So let me close the other window.
Yeah.
Okay. So now where is this water? We have so much about saying that we have a lot of water in the body, therefore we have to drink, and more than the food, we have to supplement with water, and body cannot make water on its own. Therefore, water is an essential component for our food. Blood has 85% water. Brain, 75% water. Lungs, 90% water. Muscles, 75% water. Bones, 24, skin, 80%. On an average, it comes to 60% for the entire body. What does water do? We all know it forms saliva, keeps mucosal membrane moist, allows body cells to grow, reproduce, and survive, flushes body waste, mainly urine, lubricates joints. Water is the major component of most body parts, and it helps to deliver oxygen to every cell in the body, converts food to components needed for survival through digestion, acts as a shock absorber for brain and spinal cord, regulates body temperature, sweating, and respiration. And it is needed by the brain to manufacture hormones and neurotransmitters. There are so many components, minerals, particularly in the water that we drink. Water that we drink is not pure distilled one. We cannot survive if you drink pure distilled water without any minerals. Calcium, it's needed for bone development, regulation, muscle contraction, myocardium activities, blood clotting, nerve impulse transmission, regulation of cells and permeability. Chlorine for digestion, phosphorus for protein synthesis. Every cell needs phosphorus, and also the energy molecule ATP needs phosphorus, without which we cannot do any work. Magnesium, again, bone, nervous system, and protein synthesis. Potassium, this is one of the most serious molecules that is taken by the body from water, muscle, and all the heart-related, neuromuscular-related activity, and it also maintains the acid-base balance and the retention of water in the body. Sodium, most of us use salt. It is either potassium salt or sodium salt, but salt is salt. We have to have salt in our meal, not just for the taste, but to be a healthy body. Then sulfur, this is coming from various vegetables, and this is essential amino acid, which means this cannot be made by the body unless you supply sulfur. And because it is part of the amino acids and proteins, a lot of enzymatic activity is dependent on sulfur. Then there are other elements. Probably you did not hear about these as food items are essential for our health. Cobalt, chromium. These are all part of various vitamins, and these minerals are essential for the function of different enzymes in various types of cells. Iron, probably you all heard about it. Iron is a part of the blood, hemoglobin, and therefore this is a very important one. You get iron also from the water. Fluorine, that is from fluoride, and this material, fluorine or fluoride, sometimes when it is in excess, that is dangerous. Like any other food item, like any other molecule, like any other thing that is given to the body, in excess, it does bad. In moderation, it does good. When it is low, you cannot function well. Iodine, most of us have salts iodized to give us proper growth and development. Manganese, probably you did not hear about it. You heard only this as a metal and ore, but this is also required in the day-to-day metabolism. Molybdenum is another metal kind of material which is normally not associated with food, but it is needed for our enzymatic activities for good urine formation. Copper, probably you heard this quite well, copper pots, that's where the copper vessels have come into the Indian traditional cooking and water jugs or water glasses. Copper functionality of several enzymes is linked to blood and muscle, so it is essential. Selenium, it protects the muscles membrane integrity, and also it is needed for antioxidant in the body. And other molecules or other minerals or combinations of other minerals is bicarbonate, promotes digestion. Sulfates, lightly laxative. Chloride, it balances the intestine, bile ducts, and liver, and also has laxative effect. Calcium, it's suggested for adolescent and pregnant women, subjects who don't consume dairy products, and therefore calcium is also needed. These are all available from water in minute quantities, but that is sufficient to have proper health. Magnesium, it also is another form of magnesium, and it promotes digestion. Fluorate, this also strengthens teeth in the same way as fluoride, but this is another form of the same material. Ferrous is another form of iron. Sodium rich, there are other molecules, other materials which are rich in sodium. They are also necessary for our physical activity. And low sodium is suggested for hypertension. There are molecules that are compounds that are low in sodium. We get them through our water. Then the question is, how many glasses of water? If this video doesn't play again, I'll give it to Geeta ji and she will play. Can you see the video?
No.
Okay, I'll stop
8
sharing.
8 glasses.
Not that one. He is asking video. Video is not playing. Yeah.
No, I checked the video first.
I'm giving it to you. So
Yeah,
I
please.
think there is something that we have to correct in my laptop, but we will correct it later. But please play it now for saving the time.
You know that whole thing about drinking 8 glasses of water a day? Sorry to have to tell you this, but it's a myth. It won't make your skin brighter. It won't make you feel clear-headed. It won't make you more energetic. It might, however, make you have to pee a lot. Many people don't understand the biology behind their bodies. There's a lot of misinformation out there, but the truth is that when you understand how your systems function, you're able to make better decisions. You're not as prone to fall for hype or pseudoscience. You'll feel empowered to understand what's really going on. One myth that really bugs me is the idea that you need 8 glasses of water a day. Honestly, it's pretty shocking how ingrained it is. You hear it on TV, you see it in articles, but like I said, it's nonsense. For the most part, your body will tell you when you need to drink water because you've got these wonderful, amazing, undervalued things. Kidneys. Kidneys are the bean-shaped organs located to either side of your spine, right below your ribs. They're often thought of as a filter or a waste removal system, but that doesn't do the kidneys justice. Your body is an environment where everything, fluid and chemicals, need to be in a delicate balance. The kidneys do a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to this balance. Every day, blood in your body passes through the kidneys. What you eat, drink, the temperature around you, how much you exercise, all of this affects what's going on in your body. Your kidneys, along with your nervous system and various hormones, are constantly watching many gauges and making adjustments about fluids, salt, and levels of other substances in real time. They do this with about 1 million tiny structures called nephrons. These nephrons are kind of like workers on a conveyor belt, actively adding things and taking things away. Things like sodium, glucose or sugar, calcium, amino acids, and water to make sure the body maintains homeostasis or balance. If levels of anything get too high or too low, then that can be harmful, and it is the job of the kidneys to keep the levels of many of these substances in the just right zone. Substances that aren't needed leave the kidney and head to the bladder, where you excrete them in the form of urine. So where do 8 glasses of water a day fit in? They don't. Notice that I did not say that the kidney function is improved with excess water. Imagine that you're sweating a lot, so you're losing water from your blood. The kidneys know your blood volume is dropping ever so slightly and that your blood is getting ever so slightly saltier. They compensate by absorbing more water back into the blood, making the urine more concentrated. If the kidneys sense enough fluid can't be reabsorbed from the urine, you're signaled to drink, meaning you get thirsty. If you don't have fluid available, the thirst message gets stronger and stronger. A person facing real dehydration won't be unsure if they need water. They'll do whatever they need to get it. It's one of our most basic instincts that's evolved over a very long time in environments where clean water wasn't nearly as readily available as it is today. So thanks to your kidneys, your body is really good at maintaining hydration. But if you stop counting 8 glasses of water a day, how much should you be drinking? The answer is simple. There is no should. When you feel thirsty, drink some water. You can trust your body. Unless you have kidney stones or elderly, sometimes our messaging systems get a little worn with age, or your doctor has told you otherwise, constantly monitoring how much water you drink is not really necessary. Here's a point that's often missed. Every single thing you consume contains water. Your morning coffee has water, so does your breakfast. And that snack, an apple, an orange, a glass of juice, a granola bar. Just like you, they're made of water too. So as long as you're listening to your body's internal sense of thirst, there's really no need to be counting those 8 glasses.
Yeah. So you hear so many messages. 8 glasses are needed or 8 glasses are not needed and things like that. So there's a lot of work going on, and the results are for male, from children to adults, you need from 1300 to 2000. Oh, this is the other way around, sorry. Yeah, son, right. This is male 1300, children 1300 to 2500. For women, it is 1300 to 2700 during the pregnancy, otherwise 2300. This is the latest that is in terms of measuring, but as it is said in the video, you have to follow your instincts, and in case you are in special conditions, you should be making it different. Then tips. How do you drink more? Add flavor, get a tracking app, and grab a sparkling water for a change. Allow thirst to be your guide. That's what everybody is stressing. But one should be able to observe the thirst and therefore drink properly. If not, make a plan to drink the earlier said some 2 liters or something. And then eat water enriched foods. Plenty of fruits and vegetables are water enriched. And mark up your bottles. Maybe you will forget. So please mark so that you know you have completed drinking the necessary volume of water. 10 healthy ways to invigorate your water. It is not easy to drink water by itself for many people. And in those cases, they can add cucumber, fresh mint, chia seeds, lemon or lime, aloe vera, ginger, herbal teas, berries, cinnamon, or honey to the water. And in India, certainly the habit of drinking tea at 3 or 4 different times of the day is well set, and that compensates your requirement of water and not just tea. Then there are many different ways to mix these to make your water interesting every day, as was said. But how to calculate this? Maybe this also will not work. So I copy it and put it in the chat.
Yes, please.
Let me share. So this water calculation measurement, according to the Western medicine or allopathic medicine, has become a confusing, constant research right now. But let us look at what Ayurveda says. Ayurveda rules for drinking water. Ayurveda, which has been in existence for thousands of years, has real suggestions, some suggestions that you probably can apply and use them well. Again, this video can be played from your end.
Sure.
Drink water with meals? I will answer all these questions and Ayurvedic rules for drinking water. Many people ask about Ayurvedic rules for drinking water. When to drink water? What are the health effects of drinking water after meal, with a meal and before a meal? How much water should we drink a day? Should we drink water with meals? I will answer all these questions and tell you what Ayurveda say about drinking water in the right way in this video. When to drink water? You should drink water whenever your body demands it. When you feel thirsty, you should drink water. If you don't feel thirsty and your body doesn't ask for water, then you should not drink water. Don't overload your kidneys with excess water. Ushapan. Drinking water in the morning. Ayurveda recommends drinking water in the morning on an empty stomach at the time of dawn. Dawn means when sunlight scatters in the sky but the sun is yet to rise. It is the time just 20 to 30 minutes before the sunrise. According to Ayurveda, drinking water before sunrise acts as a rejuvenating therapy. It can help you to get rid of constipation, heart diseases, abdominal diseases, uterine problems, skin diseases as well as hair problems. Drinking water before, during and after meal. Adi madhyavasaneshu bhojne payasa yute. Kashyam samyam tatha stolyam iti syu kramsho guna. According to Ayurveda, if you drink water before a meal, it causes weakness. Because if you drink excess water before meal, then you will be unable to eat an adequate amount of food during the meal. If you drink a small amount of water during the meal, then it has a balancing effect or no effect on your health. If you drink water after a meal, it can lead to obesity. Ado dravam samshiyas sramagnu na pibehuhu madhe tu katine bhajye yathesht shasyate jalam. If you eat water-rich foods, you should not drink water before, during and after a meal. However, if you eat hard foods which are difficult to digest or take longer time to digest in your body, then you should drink an adequate amount of water along with food. Alternatively, you should make curries adding water while cooking, for example, lentil curry. If you eat very thick lentil curry, seeds or nuts, cereal-based food with very less water or liquid content, you should drink water. However, the water amount should be appropriate, which should not cause heaviness in the abdomen. After drinking water, you should not feel any discomfort or fullness in the abdomen. Tatha bhojan syante pitambu balpradam drav pradhan bhuktante kintu tanmatrya pibet. Drinking water at the end of a meal is strengthening. It applies to hard foods. Drinking water after taking hard foods helps to digest hard foods. Therefore, it is beneficial. However, if you take water-rich foods, you should avoid drinking water after a meal. Ayurveda believes excess water consumption before, during or after a meal causes indigestion. It causes fullness in the abdomen as well as heaviness in the abdomen. If you drink water in excess, then food takes longer time to digest. So, you should drink water in right amount that your body actually needs. Now it's clear what Ayurveda says about the effects of drinking water before, during and after a meal. The next question: if we should not drink water while eating, when should we drink water? What is the best gap period between meal and water intake? You can drink water 40 minutes before a meal and 2 hours after a meal without any issue. Meanwhile, if you feel thirsty, you can also drink water regardless of the time. All you need to remember is that you should never drink excess water. Can I drink water to take medicine before, during and after food? Yes, you can drink water to take medicines. Some patients require medicine before food, in between meal or after a meal. Each time has a different effect on medicine absorption and its actions in the body or on a specific organ. Therefore, you should take medicine as prescribed. However, you should drink water in an adequate amount as required for swallowing the medicine. How to drink water? Ayurveda recommends eating and drinking food while sitting on the ground. Water is also a food and macronutrient. Therefore, you should also drink water while sitting on the ground. You should drink water sip by sip with a calm mind. Don't be in a hurry while drinking water. Don't gulp huge amount of water instantly. You should enjoy drinking water as you enjoy eating other foods. Drink water when you feel thirsty. Drink it slowly and tasting it in your mouth. Check if the thirst goes away. Stop immediately when you no longer feel any thirst. It is the right and adequate amount of water that you should drink. Now let's discuss how much water should we drink every day. It can vary person to person, season to season and workout to workout. Each person has different water requirements and you are totally unique. For example, people with cough body type feel less thirst and don't require much water. On the other hand, people with pitta body type feel more thirst, so they require more water to drink. It depends on your thirst. Ayurveda says when you feel appetite, you should eat food. The similar thing applies to water. When you feel thirsty, you should drink water. Ayurveda only prescribes the amount of drinkable water in the morning for Ushapan. You can find its detail in our Ushapan video. Its link has been given in the description. In all other cases, one should drink water slowly by sipping. Feel it in your mouth before gulping in the stomach. Drink with a calm mind while sitting on the ground. Check if your thirst goes away and then stop sipping the water.
Geetaji, we can go to the next video.
It is the right.
Next slide. There is only one strong recommendation of how much to drink at the time of in the morning, which is called Ushapan. At this time, we have to drink the prescribed water. Please watch the Ushapan information.
The same video I need to share?
No, another link I sent. It's not in the video.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth and never need a dentist again. People
That may be an
their
advertisement.
receding gums.
Therapy should not drink water in the morning.
Not this one, right?
No, the Ushapan.
Ush.
No,
That's the one. Okay, one minute. Okay, got it.
Therapy should not drink water in the morning.
The link takes me to the same thing.
yeah, no, that's the same, different video with the same organization.
Oh, one. Let me close all of them because
I know there's some confusion, but it's from the same group, a different one.
Therapy should not.
it is giving me the same video, Doctor.
So try fast forwarding a bit.
No, it is taking me from there. Like, can you resend me again?
Okay, I'm going to send you again now.
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry, that. Let me come back to this.
I think if it is YouTube, I think you can only play it. Try it.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. If I can play it from the YouTube, it will be,
yeah.
I can pay directly to you. Okay, so let's get back to the presentation. I think there is that video is somehow missing from. There are two different videos at my end, but I don't know why it's not playing at your end at the same link.
Yeah, it's showing.
So coming back to the main presentation, there is a confusion in the way that the whole idea of water how much to drink is still a big question from both.
I think that Doctor, I can try one more time. Just you want to see?
No need. Well, try, but we can continue with this.
Okay. If you want, I can try. Like, it is coming.
No need. It's already 45.
No
so
problem.
we need to have another 10 minutes time.
Okay.
So let's try this. So there is a confusion either from the Western point of view or Ayurveda point of view. Ayurveda has strict rules, but if you can follow those strict rules, that's well and good. But there is another important aspect. If you don't understand when you are thirsty, if you don't understand how much you should drink, if you don't understand what is your body situation, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, all those things we do not know yet how much to drink. There is a very simple system or method for you to decide how much to drink. When you pass your urine, please observe the color. It should not be yellow. It should be pale, light yellow. Within 2-3 days of observation, you will come to know how much to drink. If it is yellow, try to increase. If it is not yellow and whatever is you see as from plain clear water like to pale yellow, you are drinking the right amount. In between, you have to adjust yourself. If this simple rule is applied, it is very well as a method for you to decide how much to drink. Because if it is yellow, means your urine in the bladder is getting concentrated and body is pulling water from your urine in the bladder. Therefore, urine becomes yellowish in color. Now, there's a new way to decide. There's an old way to decide how much to drink. If you still want to go with Ayurveda, they suggest that you make an Anjali. You know what is an Anjali? Anjali is your hand holding like this. And pour some water, and 8 times of your Anjali is what you are supposed to drink if you still want to have a calculation for that. That is roughly, for me, it comes to 800 ml. It is about 3-4 cups of water, depending on which type of cup you are using. There is a new interest in water around the world. You probably heard about sommelier. Sommelier is a French word for people who taste wine and tell which wine one should drink and what wine's quality is. And now there is a sommelier system for water. And the sommelier system for water, we will play a few minutes, not the entire video, but I'm putting it in the chat. Water now acquires a status like wine, and it is really seriously pursued around the world. They take the water right from the rivers, mountains, and taste, give rank, and qualify with certain standards and notify that these waters are healthy waters. Please play this video, the latest one that I gave you. Or as you said, maybe shall I play from my end?
Already I'm playing.
Oh, okay. And play only 4 minutes, the first few minutes, and that's enough.
People always think there is no value to water. And what motivates me is that I want to give water a value. As a water sommelier, I'm an advocate to water, our most important beverage on this planet. What a lot of people always think, water sommelier, no way. That has to be from the Onion or something like this. This cannot be real.
Martin, I heard about you and I was fascinated. You are a water sommelier.
Correct.
And you believe that there are many types of water and flavors of water, and that it's important to know the distinction.
I'm not even believing in that. I think there is, actually. It's a fact.
Ooh, here we go.
Adoption time.
Don't get your hopes up. They always.
Oh, this is an advertisement.
Wow, first day. What's going on?
All of us have superpowers.
I can shrink myself down to the size of an... I didn't see anything.
Super Pets, rated PG.
It's water.
Great.
It's water.
I love it. When I started this whole water concept in 2012, here in Los Angeles, everybody said, only in LA there is a water sommelier. And then I said to the people, Naya, only in LA, people think water has no value, but they're living in the desert. I've been certified as a water sommelier from the German Water Trade Association. And I came over to the States on an O1 visa for extraordinary abilities. A lot of people don't even know that water has a TDS level, and this stands for total dissolved solids. How many mils actually combine in a water, and there is no pure water. And I go always crazy when people saying, oh yeah, water needs to be pure. And then you're calling suddenly it purified water. And no, this is the best you can drink because pure, it needs to be pure. That doesn't come from Mother Nature. It's a processed product, processed food. This kind of bottled water where it belongs is the trash can. I trash it. LA tap water has way more electrolytes than every single purified water. So I have to choose between purified and LA tap. I would go for LA tap. In Guangzhou, I'm invited as a water sommelier to taste a lot of different spring and mineral waters in a big water tasting competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and friends, good afternoon. Welcome to 2016 Guangzhou International Water Tasting Competition. I'm Yvonne, your hostess today.
Guangzhou is the first time that we implemented the system of the different TDS levels and judging the different waters to it. Never been done before. This worldwide recognition from different sommeliers around the world, joining in one place and then judging the different categories. I realized when I was 4 years old that water has taste. When I went on vacation time with my parents in the different cities all over Europe, the tap water tasted differently. So my parents always thought, like, what's wrong with our son? Why is he running to the sink right away? He's always thirsty, maybe he has some issues or something like this. It was not about hydration, it was about taste for me. And this all depends on the different mineral levels.
Okay, now we can stop. So, as he is the first sommelier of the water, and now this trend is growing very well. And he tasted water across the world. These are not mineral waters. These are not bottled waters in the plants. These are the waters that naturally collected from streams, springs, rivers, and lakes. And there are so many brands nowadays in the world. I'll show you some and we'll close with that. There are more than 4,000 mineral waters already on the market. But the distinction between these mineral waters that we buy every day in the bottles and the bottles that water that he's talking are absolutely natural. No one adds any mineral, no one removes any mineral from those waters. There are plenty of them. I'll show you some and close this presentation. They are all natural waters, simply collected, bottled for the convenience sake of selling. Otherwise, they are pure natural waters. They are the healthy ones with their salts and their compounds to give health to people. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Rao. Like, it was wonderful presentation. You know, like lot of things we keep reading on newspaper. I mean, like articles and all to drink like 8 glasses of water every day. As you said, it might affect our kidneys. Like whenever we feel thirsty, that time we had to drink water. That's a very good knowledge. We got it today. Thank you so much for sharing all the videos. It was all very, informative. Thank you. Anyone like from our participants say side? Yes, Dr. Rao.
There are 3 points because there's so much information I have given. I can give a lot more information, but 3 practical tips, as I said in the first slide. Number 1, observe the color of your urine and try to make it colorless. Number 2, every day morning when you get up, drink water. How much is, according to your need, thirst, and your color adjustment. Or a simple suggestion is when you have your two palms come together and make an Anjali kind of thing. I don't know what's the right English word for that. And 8 times of that, yes, that 8 times of that is what is required for you early in the morning. It can be warmed. You can add anything you want, honey, lime, various ideas that are presented. And the third thing is, whenever possible, wherever you can get, drink natural water or tap water. Do not go for the industrial water. That is what we get in the bottles. Whenever it's possible. When you are traveling, of course, there's no choice. But when you have to buy water, when you are traveling, try to see if it is natural water. Only these 3 points. Color, 8 cups, 8 Anjalis, not 8 glasses, 8 Anjalis in the morning, and natural water. That's all.
Yes, anybody has any questions from the participant side?
So the tap water is good? Tap?
Yes, tap water is perfect, but because it's perfect, I said because government has certain rules to maintain the minimum levels of minerals, other things. But unfortunately, the tap water in some places is bad because if they are using old pipes, so that comes from place to place. That cannot be generalized.
Yeah.
So no tap water can be bad.
I'll stop recording, then we can take questions, right?